What a game, right, guys? It was France winning the World Cup 4-2. It was exciting. It was emotional. I wanted to be there. I wish I could be there. I know if you're a fan, you would want to be there in excitement. But I thought, what a way for France to get through Croatia. A tough, physical team that went from not really having a chance to they have a chance. Coming back from behind out of this one was going to be extremely, extremely hard. Once that fourth goal went in, it was going to be that's it. You're done for. You're not going to be able to come after that and win it. It was gonna be very hard for Croatia to do that. Croatia did do comebacks, a few comebacks actually, and they were able to stay in it. But it was just France and its midfield that kept them throughout the whole entire way. It was Mbappe to the right wing, Matuidi, I believe it was to the left, and the chances that Pogba created in himself creating himself a nice opportunity to score that goal, and it was just too much for Croatia. They could not get back right after that. They just fell like at halftime or a little bit more after halftime. You can see the reaction of Croatians. The players were just overwhelmed. They were just tired. They were pushed back too much. And once that happened, it was over. And you can tell in their faces, you can tell in their reactions, the way they played, the way they kept moving. They slowed down the pace. They slowed down the ball moving forward. Modric wasn't the same after a while. Ivan Rakitic was not the same after a while. Pesevic was not the same after a while. Rebic, all of these guys that played very well throughout the game, you can tell they were worn out. They were finally coming to that period of their time at the World Cup was dwindling down. It was time to just let this go, and it was hard for me to watch that because they were so good throughout all these games, and then when it mattered the most, you can tell they just kind of let go of it. They just kind of like said, you know what, we just can't, and that's the wrong kind of reaction that you should have when you are playing in a World Cup like this, in this kind of atmosphere and environment. And you can't have that. You just can't. And the better of France got to them. And it just became a very, very tough situation for Croatia. But France, what a game did they have. 61% did Croatians have on possession, yet they couldn't create enough to get two more goals. The first, that Mandzukic goal was just, very fortunate. A very fortunate goal for them, and it was so much you can do about that. There was so much you can do after that. But because the rest of the team just kind of slowed down and it kind of went away, and they thought, well, we can't do this anymore. That kind of mentality. I'm sure they didn't say that, but throughout the game, you can tell. But France, Kylian Mbappe. I can't say enough of this man. Kylian Mbappe is one of the best players I've seen in this game in a long time. And he was amazing. And I just wish this guy could go to Barcelona, because what a team this Barcelona would be if this guy were to come there. But I know he's gonna be he's not gonna go anywhere else. I'm pretty sure that might not happen this summer. But Mbappe is going to be the highlight of this World Cup, the MVP of this World Cup. If there's anyone who I will pick as MVP of this World Cup, is this young man who's 19 years old, who plays for Paris Saint-Germain, who's a right winger, and has all the momentum behind him. And when he goes back to Paris is going to be strong with this guy, because this guy is a creator of goals and he makes goals himself. His dribbling skills, his possession of the ball, his ball control, his passing accuracy is at the top of the level right now. At the top of the level. Right now, he is the next Messi, in my opinion. He is the next Messi. Okay? He can outscore. He can do so many things. And my goodness, just think of how they will line up next season for Champions League if you follow Paris Saint-Germain. Anyways, man of the match, I think, was this guy. But man of the match, according to others, was Antoine Griezmann. I don't have a problem with that. I just, everybody's got their own opinion. But I think this guy is one of the best. And this is why France is always going to be better. Right now, they should be at number 1 in world rankings, World Cup FIFA rankings. And Griezmann is a striker. I can't stop talking about Griezmann. We were so close to getting him for Barcelona, but yet very far. So we'll see what happens with now the FIFA World Cup is over. Now it's time for transfer talk. But we're gonna get that in another video. Right now, I just want to mention some of the stuff that happened throughout the game. And Croatia had really good attempts, guys. Really good attempts. They just didn't finish it. They didn't finish. They had good corners. They had, free kicks was there. They had the amount of saves that Subasic had was there. He showed up when he could. Again, he can't do everything. Goalkeepers can only do so much inside the box. But once they're one-on-one with a striker, it's really hard to block. Really hard to block that striker, and especially in penalties. It's just one way or the other. Which way it's gonna go, I don't know. But one of the amazing things that I liked about this game was the ball control of every single French player of the French national team. Don't get me wrong, Croatia is great at passing. They have a lot to work with. They still have a lot of young guys that can step up. But the French are the future of FIFA World Cup, of the FIFA World Rankings, in any tournament, in the Euros, wherever they go and play in the tournaments, they are going to more than likely beat their opponents all the way to the final. And I believe they can go and win this time the Euros for whenever it is, the next 2 years. France was real close to beating Portugal. Now, we'll see what happens. But we'll hope to see that the French will be able to come in and win and do some really good things next time when they come together as a team. But for now, I hope you liked the World Cup. I hope you enjoyed it. It was a 4-2. Couldn't have said anything better for that, but it's too bad for Croatia. Ivan Rakitic now has to go back to Barcelona, which we'll talk about later on. Modric will go back to Real Madrid without Ronaldo. Ronaldo is now going to Juventus. We're going to see who's going to be there for that rival in that striking position. Now, Samuel Umtiti coming back as a World Cup winner. And Messi is just going to look at him and say that could have been me. Dembele as well is going back to Barcelona. He could have, and Messi's looking at him, man, I could have won the World Cup. I have the talent, and I'm pretty sure he's thinking about that. But he's also thinking about his teammates. He's probably gonna congratulate him. They did real well. They did real good. My hat's off. Tip my hat off to the French national team. They did a real good job. Didier Deschamps was a great manager. He is the third individual who won the World Cup as a player and as a manager. Not a lot of people can say that. What a milestone that was for Didier Deschamps and his team. And that's it, guys. I'm gonna miss the World Cup. It was almost like a month or so of it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys liked it, and give me your thoughts, your comments. Subscribe to the channel, Barca Man. I'll be talking more about Barcelona. I'll be getting into some transfer. I'll get into the transfer window. I'll be also talking about my trip to Dallas as I go see Barcelona live against Roma. A very interesting matchup there that happened in the Champions League. Roma was the one who eliminated Barcelona in Champions League. So now they get to face them again in a different lineup, in a different scenario, in a different place, different city. I hope to see Messi, and I hope to see some of these guys who are in the World Cup as well, and that were in the World Cup. I hope to see the star players. I hope to see Arthur Melo. I hope to see Lenglet, the new defender, and see who else shows up. Who, transfer window is still going. We might see some new players. Interesting. And I'll talk about new players that might join Barcelona, that are rumored to come into Barcelona, like Paul Pogba. How about that? That is something interesting right now, going on right now. That's one of the biggest talks, is that Paul Pogba is willing to go over to Barcelona, and that Manchester United is willing to give them over to them, or willing to sell. Really interesting situation and scenario that's going on right now. But for now, once again, thank you for watching. Subscribe to Barca Man. Give me some support. Barely starting the channel, and I hope everyone out there will give me a like on this one too. Alright, well, that'll be it for today. Take care and have a good one.